everybody, my name is Deshaun. Today I have an anime of this week, at least. Let's see if I can keep it going. And it's a recent anime that came out on Netflix called, I believe it's called Delta Dragon Blood. I believe it's called Delta, yeah. Dota? I don't know. Like I say, I get confused with some of this anime stuff, but it's called Dota Dragon Blood. And then this is a fantasy anime. It's about 8 episodes, about 25 minutes apiece, so it's a quick watch. I actually watched the whole thing in a single day, because it's, like I said, it's only 25 minutes an episode. It's a really quick watch, and I was curious about it. I've been growingly becoming a fan of what's the word I'm looking for? Fantasy stuff. I try to find fantasy stuff that is in my my ballpark. I've watched a couple animes that I haven't reviewed actually, so I feel kind of bad about that. But this in particular is an anime that I rather enjoyed quite a bit. I love the actual. I think this anime, the only other anime I've seen on Netflix, anyways, that did more to lay the groundwork for future seasons, to lay the groundwork for the world and where everything is and how everyone feels about everyone, is probably Castlevania. I thought Castlevania season 3. Castlevania season 3 did so much good legwork of laying the table and laying the pieces, and whatnot. And I think this did the same thing. This did a fantastic job laying the groundwork, laying the pieces where they need to be. It was fantastic for that purpose. This did a great job at doing that. And this is a fantasy world where dragons, demons, elves, all kinds of beings exist. And the way they explain it is the world was created by these 8 fundamental forces. There's the fundamental forces, gravity. There's the 4 elements and the four fundamental functions. And together they created the universe. And the dragons are the biggest beings in this. The elder high dragons are all these dragons embody a part. All these dragons embody a certain part of the makeup of the universe. And their souls embody something that's the makeup of the universe. In fact, you find out that even if you manage, because in this world there are dragon hunters, go figure, who kill these things. Main character, Davon, is a dragon hunter. Big, heavy dude, cool guy. I actually like this character quite a bit. Kind of reminds me a bit of a more humble version of, what's his face from Castlevania? Trevor. He's kind of like a more humble version of Trevor. Just a slightly more humble version of Trevor, because he has that attitude of, he's sleeping with girls in different taverns, he kills, the first thing you see him is he kills a dragon up top, cuts his head off, he's banging girls in taverns, but he's not a dick about it. He's not yeah, he's just well, it happens. He's just I don't know, whatever. But he's a good dude at heart, and he's a good dude at heart, and he's not even, and it seems like there's racial tensions between humans and elves, as you see later on, and there's tensions all over the place. There are many different things going on in this show within those 8 episodes, literally. It has a lot in common with Lord of the Rings in terms of the how all these in terms of the fact that a lot of these characters meet up, the way they meet is just happenstance. It's some destiny kind of stuff going on there, clearly. But there's a bit of mythology in there, because at a certain point you meet this goddess, and you hear this story about how this one goddess pretty much snuffed out another goddess. Humans are the worst in this world, go figure. And this is a world where elves just live in trees. The elves, no, it's not like they live in shit, It's not like they live in slavery or anything. It's just, it becomes abundantly clear at the beginning that elves had much better lives before humans pretty much took their city from them, and they said, hey, you can go live over there, we won't bother you, and that's basically what happened. But there's this goddess who not only helped the humans do it, but she pretty much kind of quote unquote killed the elves' goddess, the elves' original god. And it turns out that this woman, she's not really a goddess so much as a powerful sorcerer who's just a lonely ass woman who really doesn't want to be alone. And she's so powerful that she's a goddess, quote unquote, like I said. And her whole deal is that around her fucking whole shrine are these flowers that are in the water. And no one ever gets close enough to steal them. But an elf trying to follow a prophecy, goes out and steals the flowers, thinking that she's going to create some type of prophecy, thinking that she's going to do something, and end up not working out in her favor in the end. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you because I want you guys to see it, but that's one of the big basic, that's the big plot point. The other big plot point, because there's really just two big plot points, but the other big plot point is that Davon runs into a princess who's on the hunt for the woman who stole the flowers. But unfortunately for Davon, something weird happens. Something unexpected happens. Now, up top, they talk about, like, these elder dragons are so powerful that when they awake, they kill everything within a 100-yard radius. They eat everything, and then they go back to sleep. That's how powerful these damn elder dragons are. And the first thing you see is him kill a dragon and realize that there must be a bigger elder dragon in where he killed this dragon. And of course, Davon, being a smart dude's like, I'm not fucking with that thing unless I gotta go back and get more people. He ain't going anywhere. He's asleep. We can come back and kill him anytime. Dumbass goes down there to kill, but some other dude who was with him is a jackass, so he goes down there to kill him. And Davon sees him about to go do it, tries to stop him, and craziness ensues. Long story short, Davon ends up helping the dragon fight off something much, much worse. The results of the whole fight ended with the dragon fusing his soul, mind, and body with Davon. And it fucked him up. And now he's got this dragon riding shotgun with him. He's trying to help out. He kind of catches back up with this princess. It's a lot of things happening, and they handle them all very well. It is very complicated of a story. It's a story about both about worship, about love, about what happens when what's the word I'm looking for? When you oppress someone, when you oppress a race, a people too long. And it's also a story about, like, just these grieving, because, like, when it really comes right down to it, because, like, there's just complicated things all over the place. But there are two beings. Like, there are good guys and bad guys, and a particular bad guy. But everyone else is just complicated. I think, and it's not too gory. It's bloody. It's pretty bloody, but it's not too bad. It does have sex in it, which I appreciate that it actually mentions sex. You guys know how I feel about animes that pretend like sex don't even exist. It does mention it, and it doesn't show it, but occasionally, you know, like literally, Davon wakes up right next to a naked woman, and, you know, she's like, want to go again? And it's like, you know, but it's not like, you know, like played up that badly, you know, but it's there, it's, you know, they talk about it, it's not like that big of a deal, but they acknowledge it. I think that the pacing of it was really good. I thought that by the time it ended, I wanted more of it, which should say something really good about this anime. I think if you're someone who's into fantasy in general, you're going to enjoy this anime. I think if you're into fantasy anime, you're going to really enjoy this. Apparently, this is based off of an online game. I have never heard of that game. I remember looking it up after watching it and being like, this game looks nothing like the shit show they put out. But anyways, I enjoyed the hell out of this. You guys check out, if you're an anime fan or if you're a fan of fantasy, you should check out Delta, I think it's Delta Dragon Blood. Delta Dragon Blood. It's on Netflix right now. There's 8 episodes, 25 minutes apiece. You can knock it out easily. I would give this an 8.5. I enjoyed the hell out of this anime, man. I really did. I didn't know if I would or not, but I rather did. Not like Great Pretender enjoyed. I love like Great Pretender or some other shit, man. I was like, whole time watching Great Pretender. But this was a good fantasy. It was a good fantasy. They set the pieces up on the board. You get the relationships, you get the interplay, you get the complexity of it. I mean, there are characters who like right down to the fact that like two characters who are on near the tail end of this, just for an example, two characters who are on the same side, or at least empathize with each other, were fighting against each other's enemy. Like, we're fighting against, like, it was weird. Like, by the tail end of that anime, you're just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know where this is going. This is crazy. Will this character survive? A character has a reaction that I didn't expect them to have. There's a love story somewhere in there that's beautiful. There's a love story in there that's beautiful. There's another story in the back that's kind of the backbone of the story that's kind of a tragedy. It's kind of a Greek tragedy. It's kind of, it really is. There's a backstory in this that's very similar to a Greek tragedy, the way it goes down, and you kind of go, damn. Man, yeah, I see why you're doing what you're doing, but you don't see the big picture. In fact, you gotta say that a lot. It's like, I understand why you guys feel the way you feel, but this ain't helping. You guys are just making it worse. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I wanted to see more. Hope there's another season. Probably won't be out for another 4 years. But anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.